Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erkley. Welcome to your Wednesday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. The FBI continues to look for Edward Costa, a man who escaped from a halfway house in Rubidoux back in August. He was indicted for charges involving pipe bombs he distributed in Palm Springs. I'm joined now by Press Enterprises' John Asbury. John, they've also put a large reward out for him.
Yeah, and that's the news today, that the FBI has offered a $10,000 reward for Costa's arrest after he was indicted on charges of possession of these pipe bombs.
And what do we know about the investigation involving the pipe bombs that began with the FBI in Palm Springs and why he ended up at a halfway house in Rubidoux as part of this?
Well, this all happened about a year ago, early June of 2012, and that's when residents, I believe about 6 residents, found various pipe bombs scattered around their homes. An ex-girlfriend actually came forward saying that she had to be evacuated, but she thought that he might be behind this, and that eventually led prosecutors to his arrest last June. And FBI agents continued to investigate this, but at the time didn't file federal charges for further investigations.
Now, John, what do we know about Costa's past?
Well, he does have a criminal record. When prosecutors didn't file charges the first time, he did plead guilty to a federal count of being a felon in possession of a gun. Now, these are federal charges of being in possession of a pipe bomb, and it was investigated by the FBI. And so, over the last year, this case eventually went to a federal grand jury, which levied down this indictment, and he was sentenced to a year for the gun charge, but he was released early by the Board of Prisons and placed in a Rubidoux halfway house.
As far as we know, is that Rubidoux halfway house the last place he was seen?
Yeah, that's the last record of him. He had signed out to say that he was going to look for work, which was allowed at the halfway house, but then he never returned, which added another federal charge of being an escaped prisoner.
All right, John, thank you for joining us. That does it for your Wednesday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Be sure to stay tuned right here on PE.com for the latest breaking news.